If you've been feeling disconnected or just not feeling like yourself during your spiritual journey, or you feel like you've fallen off of it, I'm here to tell you that you never fall off your spiritual journey, but you just suppress it. And even me within my own spiritual journey, I've gone through this like multiple times. And even with life, and life can get heavy so many times and just overload us so much with overthinking, distractions, and with conditioning. And human conditioning is the thing. We are still human at the end of the day. Yes, you are a spiritual being having a human experience, but that doesn't disregard that you're still a human. You can still get conditioned. You can still fall into habits. You can still fall into old versions of yourself, but you can always make it back out. You can always come back to yourself. And maybe what you're doing in your life is you probably gone back to substances, you probably got back in an old relationship, or feel like you're falling off your spiritual path, but in reality you're not falling off of it. And I feel like even this is relatable to me, like that voice in your head, that voice in your heart that's telling you this isn't right for me, but I'm still continuing to do it. I know this isn't benefiting me. I know this is not gonna create who I want to be, or aligning with me, or aligning with my soul, yet I still choose it. And the reason why we still choose certain things like that is because it's self-sabotage. Our mind, our brain, remember at the end of the day we're just brains, having a human experience, or brains, souls, whatever you want to call it. And we have a subconscious and conscious mind. And our subconscious, I said this in my other video, our subconscious does not care if anything is good or bad. There's no labels within our subconscious mind. It just takes what is underneath the surface. The things that you don't pay attention to within your life, or the things that you don't observe, are the things that are taken internally. And within my spiritual path, or conscious journey, I would say, like, I thought I fell off of it because I wasn't meditating, because I wasn't eating fruits, or eating high vibrational, or eating the way I felt like I needed to be. And I still chose to do things that I knew were not benefiting me, but it was because I was stuck in comfort and stuck in scarcity, scared of the truth within myself and reflecting that. And I feel like maybe you're scared of the truth. You're scared of facing the truth of yourself, facing leaving the limitations that you have put on yourself. And it's crazy that spirituality has been labeled as like this aesthetic, or labeled as, oh, you gotta meditate every day, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, like such a strict program, or such a strict conditioning with this spirituality. But spirituality is not a religion. Spirituality is not a religion. It's never been anything. There's no rules to spirituality, and you don't even have to be spiritual. You can just be a conscious being. And just know that you are in control, and every day is a new life. Every day, every moment is a new opportunity to be someone different. Without your phone, without your Instagram, without your friends, without your family, without your race, without your identity, do you even know who you are? And I'm gonna try to recondition you right now. Me looking at this camera, just know that I'm a projection of your consciousness. Universe. You. And you have to live your life like you are the main character, because you are. You have been living your life like a side character instead of giving yourself the opportunity to grow. Why are you scared? Or why are you feeling fear? Or why are you trying to suppress your awareness to feel normal again? I know how it feels being spiritually aware, or conscious of this reality, of this world, of this harsh, judgmental world. And I understand that it can feel hard to fit in within certain crowds, schools, or jobs, or even just the normal human experience in life with family and just conditioning. I understand that. But what right does it give to you to keep putting a limitation on yourself to try to suppress your awareness? You had a spiritual awakening or a conscious awakening for a reason. And you have never been disconnected from it. You can tap back into it right now. You can bring a little bit of that awareness back to you right now within this moment. By sitting still, observing, by being present within the moment, sitting in stillness. That's all you need. All you need is to come back to yourself. All you need is to get rid of all these things outside of yourself, all these people outside of yourself, all these things that are not serving you. Life is a projection of your old frequency. Right now, your life might be chaotic or might feel like it's not going the way you want it to be. And you've probably done all these, manifestation things or all these ways to get your awareness back or try to come back to it, or you're probably going back and forth within it. But it's just that you can't be in between with these lives. You can't, party and hang out with people that, are low vibrational and not bringing you to a better version of yourself, and involved with drama and just, involved with low vibrational or just low energy things that don't serve you, but you want to associate yourself with that, or you're in that comfort. And then that other part of you wants to, evolve, become the best version of yourself, become highly aligned and the most authentic version of yourself. But yet you're still tied to your past. You're tied to your past because you're allowing yourself to be tied to your past. You're in two different directions. You can't go in two paths as one being. You can only choose one path. So are you going to continue choosing to stay tied to your past? Because at the end of the day, it's you. It's you tying your own self to your past. No one is holding you down. No one is holding chains to you, to your past, but you, but yourself. All it takes is surrendering to the universe, to yourself, to God, whatever you believe in. That's all it takes. And yes, it hurts in the process of letting go of the old self, but that is an old identity. You can't be two identities at once. You have a choice. And we are all temporary beings. Me being right here within this moment is so temporary. Everything is temporary. I'm not going to exist forever. And nothing is permanent. You're not permanent. I'm not permanent. So why are you living this timeline of your life like you're permanent? Because you're not permanent. And if there's one thing else I would like to add is that don't try to be like everybody else. Don't try to suppress your journey, suppress your awareness and conscious awareness to fit in with others. Because you have to, I know we grow up in environments where it can be really heavily distracted or make us feel like we're not enough and all alone and very misunderstood. In the spiritual path or spiritual journey, conscious journey, you always feel like you're so misunderstood. And this is something I've felt and no longer feel no more, because I'm more connected to myself and I started building that relationship with myself. And that's what you have to do. Stop trying to stop building negative habits and negative relationships outside of you to fill that void. You're filling a void that can be filled with yourself. Love is within you. You don't need a relationship. You don't have to be with someone that isn't spiritual to feel loved, or, try to feel a little bit understood, or try to force them to, understand you. No one can understand you as much as your own self. No one can love you truly as deeply as much as your own self. And all relationships, people, and all environments within our life are a reflection of us, and we're all God having a human experience, just consciousness, awareness, and it's like crazy that I can bring awareness to you right now within this moment with your eyes. Your eyes are not speaking, and I don't know if you'll understand this, but my conscious collective that is watching this, your eyes don't have a voice. Your eyes have an awareness. You feel that awareness right now, that conscious awareness behind your eyes. So that is the first step. bring that awareness back to yourself. Bring that awareness back to the person that you want to become, and dissolve yourself from that identity that no longer serves you and no longer will, benefit you. All you have to do is let go. All you have to do is let go of your past, the limitations, the relationship, the family environment. Because a life with, no risks and opportunity does not allow you to open no new doors. No new doors can be open to a new identity unless you allow it to. So that's that for that video, and I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, amazing day. And let me know if you guys want any different topics or any videos. But I felt really called to this one. I wrote it on my sticky note, and there's a lot of things within the spiritual path I feel like people don't talk about. People are obsessed with the aesthetic of it. It's not an aesthetic, and I could talk about that on a different video. But that's all for today. So yeah, bye guys. I love you guys so much, and hope I see you guys in the next video.